Welcome everybody back to boostinmotion, and today I'm doing a quick strut bar install for the G37 and the 370Zs. Now my friend had purchased a MEGEN racing strut bar, and I'm going to do this installation in less than 10 minutes. So let's begin. Alright guys, the parts that you're going to need are deep socket 12mm socket. Because I'm going to be using a gun, I do have an adapter that changes from 3/8 to a half. But you can use a regular 3/8 extension and or a regular 3/8 swivel head if you choose to. Or if you don't really need to use a swivel if you choose not to. But one of the first things you're going to need to remove are these 12mm bolts. There's going to be 2 of them. 1, 2. Just remove these 2. I removed 3 because I thought it would be the 3-prong. The MEGEN racing bar he's using right now is this one. That's going to say driver and passenger. That's only going to be bolted up from here to here and here to here. Alright? Now, once you remove those 2 bolts, make sure that you don't let them fall in between. Put them up safe up here and put them up safe up here. You're going to have to lift this up to move this wire across. So peel right up. You can leave this in the same position because you only could just move that to the side because you only need the bolts up to here. And on this side, you're going to need to cut this zip tie. This zip tie is going to have to be cut because it will come in the way and block it. So let's go on to the next part. Now, what I like to do is also mock it up first just to make sure everything lines up. And once again, this is why you're going to need a deep socket, because you're going to have to be able to push the nut in here and it will be able to sit flat on top of there. This one, you don't really have that issue. This side, you're gonna have to remove this part because you won't be able to put the bolt in this hole with this bar in the way. And the same thing for here, you're gonna need a deep socket. So let's begin on the driver's side. Now what I usually do is take the socket, usually if you got it magnetized with a speaker or any type of magnet tip, but these bolts probably not going to be magnetized because they're like more likely aluminum rather than a real high metal. But I usually put them in there and try to stick it in there without it falling. So let's see if we can do that on video. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And see if I can catch it by hand. That's what I usually do. See if I can catch it by hand. You might have to jimmy it around and move it around, but once again, you'll put this one on by hand. And try not to let it fall down that hole, okay? Because you're going to get mad. You're going to have to go fishing for it. So let's move on to the next side. Now we move on to the passenger side. So once again, you push the hole, push the nut down to inside, and you push the nut down inside. Use your fingers to align it with the top, all right? See? So just use your fingers and just move it around. And once again, I threw it off. Use my little hand, stick it down in there. And boom, that's it. Tighten those up, and then put the bar on both sides. Let's go. Everything else is pretty straightforward. What I usually do is I'll put the Allen key side to this side, and then I'll put the nut to this side so I can use the impact gun, or I can use the ratchet on this side to tighten. And when you pull this out, the bolt is going to be kind of long, so just lift this up so you can slide it in there. Pretty much simple and easy. I did it in under 10 minutes. Tighten this side, tighten that side. I already tightened everything in there. Pretty straightforward. And that's it. Bolt everything up. All right. Otherwise, that's